President Muhammadu Buhari has urged politicians and political office seekers not to set the country ablaze with inciting statements as the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) officially opens door for campaigns towards the 2019 general elections. Speaking during the official kick-off of activities for his re-election campaign with the launch of a campaign manual titled Next Level document at the State House Conference Center, Abuja, President Buhari said, "The choices we make now will either shape or mar the future in areas of economic development and security of lives and properties," adding that Nigeria more than ever needs a stable and people-focused government to move the agenda of the country forward. President Buhari used the medium to hint on government's plan to revamp the educational sector for meaningful growth and development in all areas of the economy. On his part, Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustapha, described the various social investment programs by the government, especially the trader money policy, as one of the ways the government is directly affecting the lives of Nigerians, adding that the program alone has become the worst nightmare of the major opposition party, the PDP. He also noted that the policy, through careful implementation, has impacted more lives than the immediate past administration. With the ban on campaigns for the 2019 general elections lifted by INEC, it is assumed that political parties will engage in issue-based campaigns during this process.
As part of its oversight functions, Senate Committee on Land Transport has paid an inspection visit to the Nigerian Institute of Transport Technology, Kano's Outreach Center, to ensure that all money appropriated for the further development of the institute are properly utilized. Speaking during the visit, Chairman of the committee, Senator Gbenga Ashafa, representing Lagos East, urged the management and staff of the institute to open up with the National Assembly as regards the challenges that affect the institute. According to him, Kano Outreach Center of the Nigerian Institute of Transport Technology, alongside two other outreach centers in Ebonyi and Gombe State, were commenced by the President Muhammadu Buhari administration in 2017, stating that the center were duly appropriated for by the committee. He also added that the centers cover every geopolitical zone in ensuring that players in the transport and logistic industry across the country have the benefit capacity development made possible by the institute. The lawmaker acknowledged that the Nigerian Institute of Transport Technology has fared much better since the inception of Buhari administration.
And I want to seize this opportunity to commend the management of this institute for doing their own bit in ensuring that the work supervision that is going on here has been done thoroughly. We are quite impressed with the quality of job that has been done here, especially as it relates to the hostels, the simulation centers, the recreation center here. This is just like a mini university, and I'm sure the people of Kano and its environs will be happy. As a matter of fact, the entire northwestern states, will enjoy this. Permit me to mention that we have a similar project going on in Ebonyi State, as well as Gombe. The same style, the same structures that you find here is what you are going to find when you get there.
He commended the effort of the president toward ensuring that all viable ongoing projects are completed for the benefit of Nigerians.
In the spirit of the continued inter-institution partnership with which our committee and the executive arm has continued to relate since the inception of this administration, we urge the management and staff to be open with us as regards the challenges that affect the institute, as we remain committed to ensuring that you succeed in your mandate. As I conclude, therefore, from what we have seen, it is obvious that the Nigerian Institute of Transport Technology has fared much better since the inception of the Muhammadu Buhari-led administration in the areas of fund releases. As we can see that more projects are nearing their completion. In this light, we commend the effort of His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, towards ensuring that the viable ongoing projects are completed for the benefit of all Nigerians.
The key stakeholders who were present at the oversight function include members of the committee, Senator Victor Ume, Osinashuku Ideozu, Director General of the Institute, among others.
The Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, has launched 4 new standards on human resource management. SON launched the new standards at the 50th anniversary of the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management of Nigeria in Abuja. Osita Abuluma, the Director General SON, said the initiative was informed by the need to build capacities and capabilities of Nigerian workforce. Aboluma, represented by Richard Agu, director in the DJ's office, said the standards are expected to improve the marketability and increase the value of the country's workforce, hence make them competitive globally. According to SON, the 4 standards developed by the International Standards Organization (ISO) along with the National Mirror Committee (NMC) include standards on vocabulary in human resources, human governance in human resources, workforce planning in human resources, and recruitment in human resources. The SON-DG therefore called on government at all levels to adopt the new standards, as the development will promote competence, expertise, as well as ensure high standards and comparability across different countries. Awesome Raffle, Ben Television.
As the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC lifted ban on campaign for the Presidential and National Assembly candidates for the 2019 general elections, which is less than 100 days now. A group of young Nigerians is appealing to Nigerians at home and in the diaspora to support young Nigerians who are going in for the elections, but financially not capable to support their campaigns. Executive Director, Raising New Voice Initiative, Adebanke Ilori, who at a press conference in Abuja requests that Nigerians to donate 5,000 naira each to the young candidate, saying the younger generation needs to start from securing positions and making impacts in the National Assembly, irrespective of the person elected to the office of the president.
5,000 naira each to the campaign account of these candidates, which can be found on our website www.raisingnewvoices.org. Their profiles speak of the excellent works they have done in their few years on earth, and can also be found on our website along with their campaign details, which shall be monitored effectively by our partners for transparency and accountability. We encourage Nigerians at home and in diaspora to facilitate the process of vetting these new voices who are committed to the Nigerian project. Finally, our clarion call is to young Nigerians in Lagos who are constantly faced with the choice to get up in the morning as early as 5, so they don't just get stuck in traffic, which guarantees a waste of man hours of productivity. Our clarion call is to the recent father or mother in Kano who is now thinking of what the future of their kids will be in a Nigeria that has no plans for its children.
She noted that young candidates, if voted in power, will pursue legislative agenda in parliament and offer critical reforms for the benefit of younger generations and Nigeria as a country.
We have identified young Nigerians who have taken the bold step to run for office and have secured their party tickets against all odds. Following the historic constitutional amendment reducing the ages to run for office, which young people worked on in May 2018, our nation's political space was opened up for more young people. This has ensured an unprecedented increase in the number of competent young people who are running for office. In August of this year, and with the support of our partners, YAGA Africa and IRI, that's International Republican Institute, we announced the launch of our campaign, the Break the Old project, which seeks to ensure that the proverbial old that our recycled leaders have on our generation is broken. This we said we would do by supporting young Nigerians into parliament towards a legislative agenda that is geared towards specific reforms in the sectors that affect us as a generation: education, economy, technology, innovation, and governance. Unfortunately, some of them have been sidelined by the unfortunate incidents of high cost of nomination forms and irregularities in the conduct of party primaries, an action which we condemn in the strongest of terms.
The group said they are working with 25 committed young candidates, which has 19 males and 6 females, of whom one is a person with disability. In Abuja, LM Chukwemeka reports.
Stakeholders in the industry, trade and investment sector says they will continue to partner with journalists reporting the sector in changing the narrative in the marketplace and ensure that millions of Nigerian consumers get the rightful position of kingship that they deserve. These assurances was given at the 2018 Commerce and Industry Correspondent of Nigeria SICAN Stakeholders Conference and launch of Compendium in Abuja. Babatunde Irukera, the Director General of the Consumer Protection Council (CPC), said the council is changing the narratives as well as making sure that the marketplace gets better. Irukera, represented by Abiodun Obimuyiwa, Director of Public Relations of the council, said the media has been a supportive partner and a good stakeholder to the council.
Yes, we share your narrative. We share the fact that things must change in this country. For the better, we must all be involved. And that's why, for us in Consumer Protection Council, we changing the number of things, particularly our narratives about what goes on in our marketplace. And we believe that the media, people have been a supporting partner, a good stakeholder to us, and we are showing that we continue to work with you. We continue to partner with you to make sure that the marketplace gets better, to make sure that millions of Nigerian consumers get that right position of kingship that they deserve.
The Managing Director of the Nigerian Export Processing Zones Authority, NEBZA, Emmanuel Jime, on his part, said SICAN is very critical to NEBZA's operations. The MD, represented by Simon Imobi, Head Corporate Communications, disclosed that NEBZA has attracted over 15 billion foreign direct investment into the country in some of the licensed free trade zones. He further disclosed that 38 free trade zones spread across the country have so far been licensed, with Calabar and Kano being public zones, while 15 of them at the moment are fully functional, with the rest under construction.
In line with industrial government, NEBZA has so far licensed 38 free trade zones spread across the country, with 2 of them being public zones, that is Calabar and Kano. And of the 38 free trade zones, while about 15 of them are the moment functional, fully functional, the rest are still under construction. Let me add, most modestly, Net has attracted over 80 billion naira into the nation's economy since inception and contributed over 60% of the entire foreign direct investment that Nigeria attracts. So one of the Nigeria has attracted about 15 billion FDI into the country.
Also speaking, Zahira Baba Ari, the managing director of Nigeria Commodity Exchange, tasked SICAN to inform the public on the mandate of the NCX. Baba Ari, represented by the head of corporate communications, Chris Echiku, said NCX warehouses and trading software are ready for those who are willing to buy and sell commodities. He said NCX is a marketplace for trading in commodities, a virtual platform for commodity exchange.
SICAN has started the work, as I told you just now, and we hope that we will continue to inform both consumers and marketers, that is the producers, the merchants, and what have you, exporters, aggregators, that they can come to the floors of the exchange, which is headquarters in Abuja here, and we have our stock market located in Kano. We are good to go. We have our warehouses ready. We have our trading software being completed as we speak.
Earlier, the chairman, SICAN Frederick Idehaj, said the association is trying to change the narrative of how journalism should be. Idehaj, who noted the decline in the foreign direct investment and questioned why investors are leaving the country, said SICAN is poised to getting answers to these questions so as to properly advise the government.
As we speak now, Nigerian foreign direct investment has critically nosedived. Why is it so? Why are foreign direct investors leaving the country? Is it because there is no political will in the part of the government to bring them in, or to create incentives that will keep them? Or is it because of the fear of the uncertainty for 2019 elections? We here in SICAN, we are out to know why this is happening in order for us, through our writing and narratives, advise the government properly.
The high point of the event was the launch of the SICAN Compendium on Industry, Trade and Investment. Awesome Raffle, Ben Television.
National Council for Art and Culture, NCSC, says more than 20 countries will be participating in this year's 11th International Art and Craft Expo, scheduled to hold in Abuja, Nigeria. Director General NCSC, Otumba Segun Ronsewe, stated this at a pre-event press conference in Abuja. He said the council will be expecting for the first time countries outside Africa to participate and showcase their unique cultural identities.
Because we are no more doing an African event. It's now international. And I'm happy to tell you, you'll be going around the booth very soon. Very first outing international, we have recorded 20 countries of the world. Our target is, if we use NAFES to unite the nation, we can also use INAC to network the world. I know that we're in contact with over 35 countries, but being the first time, they are waiting to see what we have to offer, to tell them if they will continue doing business with us. But we believe very strongly that Nigeria has all it takes to organize such exhibitions, which we are going to prove a point at this time. We are going to showcase the best, please quote me, the best ever exhibition in the history of this country. And that's why we are going to have a hall for all the exhibitors, outside training, our own social responsibility to the people of Nigeria. This hall, is it on the 20th that we have investment forum? We're going to have investment forum here on the 20th. Then we turn this hall to become a meeting point, networking. If we have 23 countries, should we joke with that opportunity? I don't think we should.
Otumba noted that the expo will be a boost for the nation's economy as many youth will be engaged and encouraged to showcase and sell their products, which will in return add to the nation's economy.
In terms of exporting, we're also very interested. Some of the foreigners coming now would also like to buy some things from Nigeria. So we create a common window. Not everything coming to Nigeria. How do we take out? So we're looking at both angles. And I remembered very well that, okay, it's even good. A woman is producing gari, flour, and yam, and all these things. We're going to give all the journalists to have a taste of it. NCAC, since we started patronizing her, she has increased the number of staff. You cannot enter a product line by thinking you know better than everybody. You must be flexible. Is that flexibility we want to capitalize on? So we call it the food culture, which I think will come out after the investment program. But
while inspecting the facility, Mr. Otumba said there will be free medical checkup for Nigerians and visitors who may wish to visit the center. In Abuja, LM Chukwemeka reports.